Now, when you talk about toe, and toe can be measured a number of ways, but the simplest way is that the distance between the center line on the front tires here in the front and also in the back of the tire is the same.
All right, so reiterate that. If we measure from, if you look at most new tires anyway, they're going to have a center bead on them, right?
Well, look at
that you
right
can
here.
see. You can see the center bead on that. So if we measure, we can take a string,
We can take a
a
string,
tape measure, or this level that actually has units of measurement on it, we can measure from the center of the wheel or the tire to the opposite center and compare it to the back. And those measurements should be the same. Is that what you're saying?
should be the same.
Okay.
And, excuse me for cutting in front of you here, how you adjust that is through this rod, this threaded rod right here. Again, loosen it up on both ends, and then you can take this rod and turn it, and it will move the tires in and out.
In or out,
this
just
way.
like this. That's correct. So you're either shortening or lengthening the tie rod, basically, right?
Depending on what the difference is. If the rear dimension is larger than the front dimension, then you need to bring this in, and you're shortening this distance here with this threaded rod.
Correct.
Conversely, if it's the other way, where the front has the larger of the two dimensions,
Right. So
then
they
you
may
need
be
to,
in.
then
or-
you need to expand
Right.
this rod.
Right. So the takeaway, the main objective then of adjusting this tie rod is getting, again, that distance from the center of the tire to the center of the tire the exact same from the front to the back.
That is correct.
And that's going to help them in what way? What are they seeing? They're seeing some scrubbing and
Well,
some
it's
resistance going on.
It's
Explain a
going to
little
be
bit
it's
about
going to
that.
be two things. One, when the driver is in the car and you have a tow problem, the car is going to want to just drift over in that direction where the tow is out, just like your street car does.
Right.
So it's going to be easier for the driver. They're not fighting the wheel all the time. And unknowns to them that when you have a tow problem, and it is going to start wearing off this front tire, you end up with a bald tire down into the cords, and then you have a flat, which is what we saw in a 90-minute race last year.
Is it safe to say, if I'm a classroom teacher and I'm students, obviously we're running off of a battery-powered electrical vehicle, right? So my goal is to reduce all friction or resistance. So if I have that scrubbing and that wearing on the tire, I definitely have a friction problem, right?
You have a friction problem, and it is emanating by wearing off the tire.
Right.
So that's where
your car is not performing to its maximum capability.
Exactly.
That's correct. So what we're doing is we're actually helping with the safety through the driving, correct, and helping this car perform at its maximum condition, correct?
exactly.
All right.